Hello, welcome to 1 Hour SaaS. My name is Mubashir Iqbal. Everybody calls me Mubs. I am building a SaaS business in just 1 hour a day. This is update for hour number 45 of building Podcast Ping. Podcast Ping is uptime monitoring built for podcasters. I've also been kind of working on a little side project to help promote Podcast Ping as well, called podcasthosting.review. And so today was kind of not a lot of coding work today. I did reformat the layout here of this page. Also added a new kind of links section because I figured just doing some research and stuff, doing some searching, there's a lot of comparison posts out there, like which host is better, compared from these two, or here's a list of 10 hosts. We're going to do kind of a big review of all of them rather than specific reviews of individual hosts, which there are still a fair number of those as well. So I'm going to try and aggregate both the reviews and these kind of other posts as well, these other links as well. So that's I spent about half of my time doing that. And the other half I spent just having some quick chats with a couple of people that I know in the podcasting space, just talking about Podcast Ping, kind of what's happening there. And I mean, just to give you guys the feedback there that, that I'm getting is that it's a good idea, but really, it's, there's going to be a specific market for it in terms of people who actually care about their podcast being up and available and their website being up and available and stuff. Because for a lot of people, doing a podcast is just something that they do for fun. And if the website's down, if the podcast's unavailable for a little bit, they don't really care about it because it'll come back online and everything will go back to normal. But obviously, if you're trying to make some money from your podcast, or if you've got other incentives to keep your podcast up and the website that's associated up as well, then you're going to be more concerned about that, and something like Podcast Ping will be really helpful. And so, obviously podcast studios and some of those more professional podcasters out there is kind of who I'm going to have to reach, I think. If I don't have a freemium model, if I had a freemium model, then just about every podcaster would be a potential person to kind of have on the site. But I don't want to scale like that. But maybe we've kind of revisited that once. Maybe we'll revisit that again in a little bit too. But until then, we're going to kind of stick with trying to get Podcast Ping in front of those professional podcast entities instead. So, which is that's kind of what I expected. I mean, that I've got no. Just like with just normal uptime monitoring too, it's like there's plenty of people who have websites out there that they don't really care if they're up or not, and there's obviously other people who care a lot about whether their site is up and available, and they want to be alerted if it's not. So it's very much the same, and obviously there's less podcasts out there than normal sites and things like that. So we've got a niche there that we're focusing on, and we will continue to do that. But yeah, so I think the plan right now is to spend tomorrow just continuing to flush out, adding more of the reviews and things like that. And then I have to figure out if I want to launch on Friday, or if I want to wait till next week, just because it's Halloween this week and holidays are usually not a good day to launch. So yeah, just gonna have to figure that out, and then we'll kind of take it from there. And then we'll also just I'm going to continue to talk to more people in the podcasting space if I can reach out, and we'll see how we end up. But getting close to launching at least the podcast hosting review. That will be a little bit wider spread, and then we'll hopefully use that to get some more exposure for Podcast Ping as well. That's it for now, and talk to you soon.